Okay, music on, audio, background music on, great. Okay, so today I am doing a pick a pile reading. Yes, I'm using my playing cards and I'm going to pick a few cards for you to resonate with. Again, I'm going to probably stick to, let's do 4 piles. There go 1. That was way too many. So that's pile 2. The Aquamarine. The Pyrite. Aquamarine. For number 3. This one kind of wants to come. We have Jade. I love Jade. One roll on the floor. Okay. So, I'm going to say quick off the bat. Number 4, I think you're going to experience a windfall for your financial outlook for the future. Looks like you're going to experience some financial windfall. So, you see the title of this video. You see the thumbnail. Obviously, I'm doing a pick a card reading on what your financial forecast is looking like for the future, or at least the rest of this year. I think I probably want to do something a little different. I typically don't do this kind of reading. It's kind of up there with the romance readings, like, you know, when I'm going to meet my significant other and all that. They just kind of feel kind of cheesy to me. If it comes up, though, I'll say it. But I felt like, why not? Let me try one. So for you all, I am doing a financial forecast for you, at least through the end of the year. With all of that being said, as you can see here, I'm using playing cards, the gemstones. Okay, I'm back. Had to do a phone call and that took way longer than needed be. Where did I leave off? Okay, yes. Welcome if you are new here. Welcome back if you've been here. As always, make room, crowd in. Here's some tea, grab a seat and enjoy the vibes. Today, I will be doing a reading on your financial forecast, at least through the end of the year. So I've picked out some cards here for you to all resonate with. Again, I'll just kind of go through and tell you what the meanings are when I actually get into your piles. For card 1, we have the Pyrite, the 5 of Diamonds. For pile 2, we have the Queen of Hearts, the Aquamarine. For pile 3, we have the 3 of Diamonds, the Jade. And then for pile 4, we have the Citrine, or the Jack, for the Jack of Diamonds, sorry, for pile 4. So find one you kind of resonate with, one that you like. So you can do this based on the suit or the card or the number. You could do it based on the gemstone. You can do it based on the color. So you find one. Great. I'm going to move into pile 1. Hello, pile 1. Yes, I left your card off to the side. So I can pull this card here and see what we get. This won't be an extremely long reading because I do have to go. But I wanted to kind of give you something to look forward to when it comes to your finances. We had a floater of them come out to the side here. Okay. That was a lot. That was a lot. Let's see here. Man, I can fit this all on the screen. I know I can. I get to get this all on there. All right. So my 5 of diamonds, my pyrites, those who are expecting wealth, success, and protection. It looks like you are rushing into something that you've kind of worked hard for a minute here with this chariot. You're kind of running full speed ahead, and you kind of haven't planned for those buffers if you know things kind of fall out of place or if things go wrong. And of course the wishes that you are hoping to get will not be what you, it may, at least it's not going to come to you in the way that you expect or you had hoped or you planned for it to come in. But if you keep working at it, if you actually look at it from a different perspective, if you kind of like, yeah, just enjoy the journey, go along with, you can kind of see that maybe it is something that you need in a sense of enriching you or kind of like helping you get to the next step. You may see it as something like frivolous or something that's like it's not really filling your pockets, but it is like feeding your soul. It is feeding your creativity. It is feeding you, you know, allowing you to kind of like catch a break, even if it's something boring. So I think your financial forecast right now is showing like you're running, you know, head fast into something that you probably aren't quite ready for. And I think the universe is going to kind of like, pull a gotcha moment on you, and you're going to have to kind of take a step back from it all, and you're gonna just have to go with the flow of it, because again, you remember this pyrite does have protection on it. So it's saying we're doing this for your own protection, because you're gonna, otherwise if we give you what you were hoping for, what you were speeding into, what you were wishing for, what you know want so desperately, if we were to give it to you right now, you're gonna fumble the motherfucking bag. And I do have to note that you do have the 5 of diamonds here. So that always speaks to kind of like 5s in most anything that you do numerology wise. It always speaks to kind of struggle. So again, this is giving some Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You have to work twice as hard to kind of get or feel like you have to work twice as hard to feel like you are where everyone else is, or where you think everyone else is, or where you feel like you should be. Traveling, oop, you did have the chariot, so maybe it's going to be something where you're going to have to step into something, you know, you're going to have to maybe change jobs. You're going to have a change of scenery. Maybe you're going to move to another state, another country possibly, in order for this to happen. And maybe it's going to be someplace you probably really didn't ever expect to see yourself going, but you will be there. So this does say traveler creating small successes. So it's going to be something small. It may not be as big as you have planned or as you have wanted, but it's just telling you, hey, hold your horses and wait. You remember that chariot energy is also, it can also read as stagnant energy, like hold, wait, plan before you go running, you know, full speed ahead, before you go charging in. You also have stealing. Something is saying that you need to plan carefully moving forward. In the I-Ching here, you have that block in the middle. Like you think you're going to advance through this, and it's telling you, wait. It's telling you to hold off. The universe is trying to keep you from making a giant mistake. Okay, here. So we have this actually came out first, following. So maybe you're ready to step into something where you're the leader for once, or you're the one calling shots. Maybe it's something like being a manager, um, having your own business, etc. But maybe right now it's saying, huh, you still have much to learn, young Padawan. You still need to learn from a particular group of people right now before we can give you what you need. You also have coupling. Didn't I just say something about you probably need to sow your roles? You are going to still have to work with this person. And then you also have confined. This is a lot of restrictive energy, Capricorns. I know that's who most of y'all who clicked on this, y'all Capricorns. I would bet 2 pennies. I would bet $1 that it is a Capricorn looking at this. Let's see if we can get any more clarifying cards here for what. Okay. Can I get 2 more cards, Spirit, for any clarity on what financial. Okay, financial changes here. Flow, intuition, bloom. I think if you really was to focus on what you needed to, you would realize what you're aiming, what you're speeding, headlong into. You really don't need to be doing it. It's not really what you want. It's not really what you need. And see, here we go. Things are going to end in success for you. Yes, it's going to come with a lot of hard work. You're going to have to work for it. But success is eventually going to come in for you if you have the strength to not take the lazy way. If you continue to be self-confident, if you continue to be play second fiddle for a minute, if you continue to learn, if you continue to take on the lessons, the good and the bad ones, and use it to help you get to where you want to be, you will have success. There will be some financial breakthroughs here with the 7 of Hearts. I know it's coming up in reverse, but it's saying, to what I'm getting basically, is like, you're not going to get this off of just easy luck alone. You're going to have to put in the work. It's just not going to come easy to you. You're going to have to work for it. You have energy, power, passion. You also had the strength card here, and you also did have the Hanged Man. That speaks to kind of like a lot of binded, restrictive, confined energy. It's telling you to slow your roll. You also have the Antigorite here, which speaks to flow, intuition, and bloom. And this is going back to what I was saying initially, that I think if you was to really delve deep and really be introspective, retrospective, and look the reasoning behind the things that you want and you were wishing for, why you're speeding head fast in this, it's probably because you're trying to prove something to somebody else. Maybe you're doing it for selfish reasons. You're probably doing it to prove a point to someone else. It's not something that you're really passionate about or that you really want to do. You're probably going to be stepping into a space that you're taking up for somebody else who actually should probably be there. So yeah, that's what it's looking like for your financial windfall here. To me, it's like, okay, maybe towards the end of the year, maybe the beginning of next year, you'll see some financial success. Some things will change over for you. Pile 1, my pyrites, my 5 of diamonds, the gold, if you chose it by color. It's just saying, be careful. Pyrite also, don't most people confuse that for fool's gold? That should have told you right there that too. I'm pretty sure people confuse pyrite for fool's gold too sometimes. So it's just telling you, like, all that shines, all that glitter ain't gold. Okay, so be careful with that. Plan carefully. Make sure you watch out for those that you tell your plans to, or that you rope into things with, because they may be out to cause some underhanded mess. Plan accordingly and take slow and steady steps. You don't have to take giant leaps and bounds in order to get there. Slow and steady also wins the race as well. Don't get overconfident. Don't get cocky. So with that, that is your financial forecast for the end of the year. I wish you all luck, Power Ones, and hopefully this helped you. Hopefully you have some idea on what I'm speaking to, some wish fulfillment here that you have going on. But I do wish you great success. And with that, I am going to move on to Power 2. So, Power 2, here we go. You have the Queen of Hearts and the Aquamarine. I don't know if I did this for Power 1, but I'm going to make sure to do it moving forward. So you have the Queen of Hearts here. Just think of that as the Queen of Cups, essentially. This is someone who is very giving. This is someone who gives their all. They're very emotionally invested in a lot of things. They take care of those around them. They take care of their village. They look out for people. Very nurturing energy. So it with the Aquamarine, it does read that this gemstone taps into the ability for you to be more fluid, soothing, and go with the flow. So maybe there's something here where you probably have been too busy going with the flow and it's time to shake some shit up. Or maybe you've been too busy steady trying to go, get, grab, be here, be there, just running and going. And now it's telling you to take a step back and kind of indulge in that 7 of Pentacles energy. Or is that 8 of Pentacles where you you work. Now it's time to sit back, relax, and reap the benefits. But let's see what we have here for my Queen of Hearts, my Aquamarines, what your financial forecast is looking like for the rest of the year. Queen of Hearts, Aquamarines, Power 2s. What is their financial forecast for the rest of the year? Yep, you've been kind of rushing into things. It's telling you to slow your roll. Ain't this card just flipping all over the place? Yep, you keep getting all this walking away, rest, stop pursuing. Just let it come to you. What's for you, you would never have to chase. You won't have to work that hard for it, babes. What else we got here? Yep, let somebody else reciprocate for once. And let's see, is there one more card for my Queen of Hearts? Okay, not all of that. It is this one though. It flew off to the side. Oh, is somebody about to have a sponsor come in and help them? So there's a few ways I can read this. So again, going back to that nurturing, that giving energy. I think you have been giving out a lot, and now it's telling you to stop, because I think it's getting to a point where you're giving the shirt off your back, and now you're standing out in the rain and no one is kind of like giving you the same treatment, or you're just kind of like standing out there and you're not asking for help either. So people are just walking by you like, well, why is this crazy lady or this crazy man out here standing in the rain, kind of thing. So I think there is something here to be said that there is something, a project, a person, a job, something along those lines that it's time for you to walk away from and to give up, or maybe wait, put it on the back burner for a minute and focus on something else. Or maybe the other thing is is that you've been giving a lot to a particular person in your life, or giving a lot to your job, and now it's time for you to focus on kind of like those personal relationships, those passion projects, instead of the more serious projects and work and things like that you're giving, and allow that energy that you kind of like put into others, that you allow to kind of like go out in the universe, come back to you. Allow those people to take care of you. Allow that significant other that you probably helped put through work, school, whatever, you've helped them, they got it, they're making the money. Maybe it's time for you to step back and reevaluate. Hey, I want to work on something else myself. I want to change careers. I want to do this. This is something I want to do. So I think it's a couple of different ways I can kind of read this and understand this one. But let's look at the underlying energy here. Yeah, you have a bad habit of just giving it all you got. Look at their Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, you have a bad habit of just giving it all away. So here's another thing that also is coming through for me. Maybe there's something that you're doing work-wise or as a hobby, and maybe you should start charging for it. I don't know who that's for, but if that's for you, if it resonates, take it. I think there's something you're working on or you do for free or you just do it for fun for people. And that's cool, that's fine, that's dandy. But I think now it's like, you need to start charging for that. Because somebody out here charging hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars for it, and you out here giving it away for free. Without entanglement. Get rid of your man. Somebody is telling you to get rid of your person. Get rid of your significant other because they draining you dry. They not letting you focus on what you need to. Traveling. Funny, I got that also for the first one. So this means go away. Maybe you do need to take, maybe it is taking a physical trip and not just separating from somebody. Oh, this also wants to come out. Not yet cross. Yeah, so wander aimlessly. Maybe you feel like you need to be attached to somebody in order to kind of like have drive or purpose. Hello, Ariana Grande. Let me stop being shady. But right now it's telling you no, don't do it. You also have opposing, which reads small affairs and good fortune. Ariana Grande. I am too much. Okay, coupling. Again, Ariana Grande. Are you here? Are you here? Blink once. So let me stop. Now, like I can see you. Blocking it. Non-people. If y'all don't get the joke why I'm saying the Ariana Grande thing, allegedly she moves on to some other man that is her co-star right now, who is also on the Wicked cast, but he still married himself and just had a fresh newborn baby. That baby's still wet behind the ears, and she's not divorced herself. But this is all alleged. It's a rumor. But that's why I'm saying that if there's one thing Ariana Grande and J-Lo is gonna keep around, it is a man. They think their value is a man. Maybe they just don't do well by themselves. I don't know what it is. They ain't gonna keep a man. But yes. Again, before I went off on that tangent. So again, this seems like for some of you, this is you've been giving it all you've got into a particular relationship or something like that, and you need to kind of like pull away from it in order to focus on your financial gains again, or you need to start making the like those parties around you that you've been giving everything to kind of like pour into you again. But then the other part of this, which is the stronger part of this reading, is that a lot of you are focused on love, or a lot of you are focused on love instead of business or making money, and you are not putting your energy, your time, your resources into those necessary buckets in order to kind of like be financially stable or to have a pretty decent financial standing. And then again, for some of you, it's still talking to that thing of it's something you're doing out here for free or for little to nothing. If you're not doing for little to nothing, and you need to start charging for it. You need to step into your boss bitch energy. You need to step into your boss energy. Let's see here. Let's get any clarifying cards. So the Queen of Hearts, my Aquamarines, or the color blue, if you chose it off a color. What are my blues? My Queen of Hearts, my Aquamarines. Trying to get some clarity for them and their financial success. So you have Tiger's Eye. Yep, you need to clear that third eye and focus, honey. Focus. You got the topaz in reverse, which is also the Jack of Hearts. The Jack of Hearts, you can kind of think of it as the Prince of Cups. I mean, sorry, not the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Rushing headlong into love, and you just blind to everything else. It's love, passion, and purpose here. You have the Five of Spades that speaks to difficulty. That's basically a swords. If you were to translate it into tarot, let's see if we get one more clarifying card here. 2. The spirits have given you 2. There's a lot of, I think you know who the person is that you kind of need to clear away from, because maybe it's been something where you feel like you've been funding their extracurriculars, their extramaritals, their outside peoples. Because you have tiger eyes here, and it literally reads building courage and attracting wealth. See that? You need to build up the courage to leave this person, because you know you have other potential. It's not letting you sleep. It's not letting you rest. It's not letting you move forward. It's not letting you stay calm, because you too wound up on what they doing, chasing after them. This reads like young 20s, okay? Very Yvette and Jody. And then you have the Queen of Diamonds in reverse. What you need to be focusing on and what you need to do, you ain't focusing on, you ain't paying attention to, you not tapping into it, you just not growing in it like you need to. And then you have the Amazonite, which is fluidity, playful, and optimistic. Somebody playing around all right with the Four of Hearts. This always speaks to, like, yes, this could be something dealing with your home life. It could be better if you was to actually focus on financial things. I think another message that's coming through here for me is that maybe you are having a partner that is financially draining you, in a sense of like, and I don't think it's on no, I lost my job, I'm in between jobs, or, I'm going to school, or, you helping me through it, and we're married. Like, that's kind of like what you should do, because, we're married and we're getting through this together. Helping me helps you. For me, it feels more like you got a deadbeat. And if you keep playing around, you're going to be tied to this deadbeat. I said it. Okay. So there's that. So for you all, Pile Twos, my blues, my Queen of Hearts, my Aquamarines, I think you need to be very careful where you are putting your energy in order to have some kind of financial success or stability going into the end of the year. And if you don't, you're going to see a lot of things shaking up and just really being depleted and drained. And if you're not going to be depleted and drained financially, you are going to be like physically in like burnout energy. And then it's just going to be hard to kind of get out of that and come back up again, because you're probably going to fall into some oh woe was me energy, and your friends is going to be looking at you like, we all knew, you knew, why are you acting like this? Drama. So with that, I'm going to wrap up with you all, Pile 2. Wish you luck. Hopefully that get cleared up so you can have some financial success towards the end of the year. And with that, I thank you for watching. If you resonated with one of the other piles, I'll see you over there. If not, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. So hello, Jades, my greens, or my 3 of diamonds. Welcome. You chose this probably because you read what it said here at the bottom: wealth, success, and wisdom. Maybe you did choose it of the color. Maybe you did choose it for the suit or the number, or for the gemstone. But whatever the case may be, thank you for watching. Come on in. I'm going to do a reading on what your financial forecast is looking like for the rest of the year. And right off the bat, because I said I was going to do this moving forward, the 3 of diamonds. If you don't typically read playing cards, for me, typically the 3 of diamonds is kind of like kind of like a scattered mindset. Maybe you have a lot of things that you're considering working on or that you are working on. Maybe you have a lot of side hustles. Maybe you have a lot of like hobbies. Like maybe you do jewelry and you do DoorDash, but you also like teach kids or something. Maybe you're a tutor or a babysitter, a dog walker. Like you have a lot of irons going. And so again, it's kind of like the depleting energy because you're focusing on your octopus. You're trying to feed all these different tentacles and you're not feeding the central nerve or focusing on that one thing, pouring all of your energy into that one thing to actually make a breakthrough or success. Of course, the Three of Diamonds also deal with money and wealth and things like that, but it could also mean that you're probably overspending on certain things. So maybe you need to start watching where you're putting your money, maybe start saving, watch where your money is going. Maybe you're going to do this thing where on TikTok people are going back to doing money envelopes, who knows. But yeah, that's typically what I get when I see the Three of Diamonds. So with that being said, let's get into these tarots and see what the case may be for you all. Yep, you need to start being stingy with your money. You need to be careful doing some more financial planning. Watch your purse towards the end of the year, because if you haven't heard, we're going to end up paying our student loans back. If you have student loans, if you're somebody who falls in that category. And interest rates are steady rising. So, oof, gosh. Okay, yeah, pile three of diamonds, jades, people who chose this for the green. You need to be very careful where you're spending your money and your time. You have the Nine of Cups in reverse, you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and then you have the Seven of Swords in reverse. The only thing that's giving me hope for you is because you do have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So typically that means the opposite of being underhanded and sneaky. So maybe you're not trying to go the easy way about doing this, but you also aren't being the most efficient and executing your best laid plans, or just making a plan at all. You're just kind of like floundering and going about. Of course, most people know the Nine of Pentacles to kind of be independence. So maybe you're somebody who isn't yet financially independent and things like that. Maybe you're focused, you're still leaning on someone else, and maybe that's why you feel like you don't really have to watch where you're spending or where you're spending and things like that. But this is telling you you need to you probably need to start scrolling some money away for a rainy day. And then you also have the Nine of Cups in reverse, and usually the Nine of Cups means wish fulfillment. So with this being in reverse, it means wishes not being fulfilled. So maybe you're somebody who is well kept, maybe you're in a well-to-do family, or maybe you just have a very good paying job, so you never really had to question your next paycheck and things like that. But this is telling you going towards the end of the year that you're going to have to kind of tighten up that change purse. You're going to have to start freezing those credit cards, shopaholic. You're going to have to tie up those bootstraps. You're going to have to lay off any kind of like extravagant spending. You do not have to go on ThreadUp or Shein to buy any more clothes or $4 skirts or earrings or piercings. You don't need to buy the most extravagant Christmas gift. That's what it's giving. You need to watch your coins. If you want to continue being financially stable, successful, having, more green and things like that coming in, green bucks, you don't want to be stressed out and worried, you need to watch your spending. I thought something flipped over. Okay, so we have returning. Maybe there's some things you need to return because there's still tags on them and you ain't even thinking about wearing it. Maybe you need to start giving some things up to secondhand stores. So you probably have to declutter some things here. You need to think 2, 3, 4, 5 times before you buy something. Brightness hidden. Constancy and hardship. You're going to come into some financial hardship or restraints here. Constraints. Traveling is coming out for every pile so far. That card has come out for every pile. Maybe you're going to have to shrink. Kind of like, maybe you are looking into buying a home. So maybe you need to be careful. Maybe you need to start decluttering so you can make room because you're probably downgrading or something. Like maybe you're somebody who's going to retire and that's why you're coming into this financial restraint as well. And so then we have influence. Influence do boil down to 4 with 31 here. So for some of you, maybe you are partnered with somebody who is going to go into a financial tailspin here. So you're going to have to watch your money, and maybe you're going to have to, you and your significant other are going to be dependent on the money that you're going to start saving and putting away, starting now. So it'll at least carry you over until things kind of like pick back up for you. Let's see, do we have any clarifying cards for my pile 3s, my 3 of diamonds, my jades? Those chose the color for green. What is their financial forecast through the end of the year? That was just way too many cards. One more time. Okay, so this one is turned to the side, so I'm going to pull that one out. Didn't I say some of you are probably in a relationship with someone, like you're probably a well-kept person? You're probably a well-kept person, so you probably, you know, luckily and fortunately enough for you, you never really had to watch your spending because your partner, you know, made good money, so you could just do and spend as you wanted. But you do have the lava stone, see? This pretty much, this is like swords when you have spades. So you have the 4 of spades. So this, is that the 4 of spades? I have to make sure. Hold on. 4 of spades speaks to some really contentious energy. Like, be ready to freaking get in the mud. I have to check and make sure because it's another deck that I practice with. So I want to be, Yep, the 4, instability, exhaustion, sick bed, could be deathbed. Hopefully it's not going to be anything like that. Hopefully I'm not trying to put that out there on your situation. Hopefully not the person who's like taking care of you or whatever, watching over you, is going to pass away. But I just think things are going to get hard. Things are going to get a little dark towards the end of the year for you financially. And you're going to have to be careful, spend wisely. Okay, if that card wanted to come out, okay, we have the bloodstone, but this did, I'm gonna tell you why I got quiet in a minute. I just wanted to see one more card. I was not trying to speak that up on you. I really wasn't. So for some of you, yes, you may be becoming, you are not financially independent yet. Think of the 9 of Pentacles that was here earlier. You are not financially independent yet, but you may be coming up into a situation where you soon will find yourself being financially independent. For some of you, I think you are going to come into a point of financial constraint or restraint because of the person who has kind of like been your rock, your support system, is not going to be around to kind of like help you. So you probably need to be careful again in where you're spending your money, how you're spending it, and the money that you are going to come into, because hopefully there is some money coming into it. I'm not going to say what I'm getting absolutely for sure, but I think you're just going to need to be careful. I'm just warning you, be careful where you're spending your money, how you're spending your money, the time you're spending with this person, etc. Because It could be, I would say some of the other bad things it could be is it could be a separation is coming up, a divorce, you know, a job loss, any of those things. I'm not gonna speak the worst one, but yeah, it's gonna be something like this that's gonna come up. So you're just gonna have to be very, very careful, and where you're spending money, start saving. That's all I can keep telling you. Yeah, the 10 of diamonds and this 10 of diamonds being scrolls between the 4 of spades and the 6 of spades. I'm gonna tell you right now, it speaks like bad omen type thing. I'm gonna just say that. I will give a clue. This is a really big clue, a really big knock on the head, but hopefully you are in a will. Hopefully you are in some inheritance, some insurance paperwork or something. So yeah, I'm not gonna get any deeper on that for you, pile 3, because I think that's ooh, I think that's saying it all for you right there. So with that, so sorry. And it's a nervous laugh. It's not a he it's funny laugh. It's a nervous laugh. Yeah, again, just save. Be careful how you're spending, where you're spending. Maybe start getting rid of some things because you're probably going to end up downgrading a little bit, or just, you know, taking a step back for a minute so you kind of stretch those finances that you do have. Get through this. Okay. So sorry. So sorry. I'm gonna move on to pile 4. You know, when it gets dark like this, it just makes me uncomfortable, and I don't know how to exactly end it because of the general reading. I may say something and it may piss one person off, and another person is like, you know, thank you. So for me, it always gets sticky on how to exactly end it. It's just wish you well, wish you good, you know, wish you well, prayers, thoughts. Hopefully you get through this, and you know what, not hopefully, you will get through this. You will get through this. And, you know, again, you have a forewarning now, so you kind of know what you need to do. You can kind of prepare and prep. Um, you know, my granny used to always say, plan for the worst, but pray for the best. And those are my final words I have for you, pile 3s. So with that, I'm going to move on to pile 4. So lastly, we have the Jack of Diamonds. Yeah. I don't know why I looked around. So the Jack of Diamonds, orange if you chose it off the color, or citrine for the gemstone. Of course, I already told you the suit and everything, and it reads happiness, joy, and light. And so if you don't do divination by traditional playing cards or regular playing cards, I'm gonna let you know right off the bat that the I always be ready to say Joker. Do anybody else do that? But the Jack of Diamonds speaks to kind of like, yes, you may have like a wealthy person this kind of like helping you, and this could be something that's like a business partner, it could be a romantic partner, it could be a mentor, it could be you know, a boss, a manager, something like that. You're going to come in close proximity or approach, or you know, or something like that, by somebody who's going to be there's a certain way about them. And so maybe you probably need to take some time and learn from this person, because they are very materialistically stable or fortunate. And so maybe you can kind of just sit at their knee and pick up on some things. So that's typically what the Jack of Diamonds is. You can also think of the Jack of Diamonds as just kind of like what is that, the Knight of Coins or disc if you do tarot. But let's see what is coming through for you all. 1 second. Okay, so yep, this is a learning curve. This reads like student energy. Yep, someone that you kind of need to be close with. Maybe it's a family member or something like that. It's somebody in close proximity to you. That, like I said, it's probably someone who is just very financially abundant or materialistically abundant, and you just kind of need to sit at their knee and learn from them. That was just, come on now. Embarrassing me. Let's see, can we get one more card for Jack of Diamonds and Citrines for their financial forecast? The remainder. I think this person is going to help you work through or think through something that you've been kind of stuck on for a minute. Maybe it's something that you've been planning and you haven't met the right person to kind of help you work out the kinks to making it a reality. And when you meet them, they're gonna kind of like help you start laying down the groundwork. That's what this Ace of Swords in reverse is giving to me. Again, all reversals don't mean like it's not happening, it's a big no. Sometimes it just means that stagnant energy. You also do have the Fool here as well. So again, like it's like I'm ready to take the leap, I'm ready to take the jump, but I don't quite know the road that I'm going down. And I think this person is gonna like help you work through that. So everything I just said about what the Jack of Diamonds mean is coming out here. And then you also have the Seven of Pentacles underneath here for your underlying energy. There's definitely something that you're working on, some kind of plan, some kind of business venture, an investment, a hobby, a plan, an idea, something here that you're trying to create, but you just need the right person to kind of come in and help either be a silent funder or like an angel funder, an investor, somebody who's to be like a mentor or a mentee to you to kind of like help you work through it, or kind of like somebody's brain you can pick to kind of like get you to the next step. Yep, because it's probably is most likely somebody close to you too, and you probably haven't really been paying attention to them with this Four of Cups here. They can give you everything you need, but because you either don't like this person or it's somebody you're not even thinking of or you haven't met yet, you aren't like even considering them. And they have the keys to the kingdom for you. But you need to kind of like get out your own head, get out your own way. Because when it comes to business, I guarantee you, this person that you're meeting is like that. And maybe that could be what this is warning you about too. Don't, if this is somebody that you probably are not in the best standing with, maybe it's telling you just to get out your head of thinking like there's no way this person would help me because you think the way that you think and you feel the way you feel about this person. You know, if you were in their position, you probably wouldn't be reaching out to them to help them if you know, still carry the same emotions you have about them right now. But they're just like, I didn't even think we were beefing. I didn't think nothing about it. I don't care. This is business at the end of the day, whether I like you or not. And if I'm gonna get in bed with you and it's gonna help us both get rich, screw it. Let's see here. And I think that's probably what's going to be off-putting for you about this person, why you're going to be scared to kind of like really work with them. Because maybe they have certain mannerisms or thought processes and things like that that you don't quite agree with. And it's like, take the lesson for what it is, but you could put your own spin on it. You don't have to go about it the exact same way that they did it. You get what I'm saying? Like, my own personal tidbit here. I can't stand Gary Vaynerchuk, is that his name, or Gary V? He comes off like he's like the smartest person ever and he has everything. However, obviously the man is a whiz when it comes to marketing, because he is where he is and he's made billions, if not millions of dollars just for himself, let alone the people he's helped along the way. Hello, Jake and Logan Paul. So, you know, Gary Vaynerchuk has helped several people kind of like make money, or, you know, told them and gave people good ideas and just kind of investing in things and being careful. But he's not coddling and holding people's hands, but he also can be a bit of a he can be a bit of an arrogant asshole. He comes off like an arrogant asshole to me. And so I really just had to take what he says as a grain of salt, and I can't listen to him for too long because it just irks my soul. It just irks my soul. I can't listen too long. But I can't deny that even a broken clock is right twice a day. So that's my little spiel. Maybe it's going to be somebody you're not going to like. It's not going to be packaged in the way that you like or what manner, but maybe you should take it for what it is and put your own spin on it. You don't have to like how they went about their business practices. Some of their business practices is not going to work for you, but it doesn't mean that you still can't take the seedlings that they have and the advice that they have and apply it and Monsanto that motherfucker to make it grow and be what you need it to be. Okay. And I mean, engineer it into where it fits for you. People in harmony. For what I was saying, it's pointing back to this is going to be somebody coming in to help you again work through something. Maybe you're like the next big tech bro or something. Just be mindful of those who come around you. And you don't have to give it all away. Yep, you don't have to give it all away. Give little bits and pieces to, you know, certain individuals to help put your plans together and move about it. Yep, subtly penetrating, slow and steady. Be careful and calculating in how you go about this project, this idea, this job, this investment, with this business endeavor that you're embarking on. Because if you put all of your eggs in one basket, somebody is definitely going to take advantage of it and see the value in what you're bringing to the table and try to take it over there for themselves. Can we think, what's his name from Facebook? The meta dude, the lizard eye looking boy. The beginning of what that started off as, you know, we started off as a group of friends. We all thought we were going to hear bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and for, you know, the reasons of connecting with friends. And the guy who created Meta Facebook, he's seen it for what it could be, where it could take him, and he bought his friends out and pushed it forward and was doing all that he could. So yeah, look, people in harmony, ending with people in the home. Right? Be careful of those close to you. And you may need to pick and choose those confidants that's going to be around you in the future more carefully. And then lastly, let's see here. So you have a slow and steady race coming up for you as well, Pile 4. You might want to look back at Pile 1. You might resonate with some of the messaging in that one as well, because they had something similar, but not quite to yours. So you might want to visit that pile as well for some more insight. And there was way too many king cards. So we have sort of like communication, harmony, and trust. And the Six of Spades also speaks to disharmony as well. So it speaks to like cleaning house, abandonment, a tough journey ahead, but it also speaks to there's going to be some tough choices that you're going to have to make. And I think it's that the friend groups or the people that you're going to need moving forward to make things happen for this invention, I would just say this invention or great idea that you have ahead for you to kind of like make money is, but it also speaks to like there may be some things of like you're gonna have to cut away some people that you probably didn't think you would have to, or you hoped you didn't have to, but they just can't join you for the ride. And it's like, are you up for it? Are you really up to do this or not? And this is proved whether you really want this or not. When you meet this particular individual that's going to help you, are you really going to trust it or not? And then you have Ruby, the King of Diamonds. So maybe it could be this way too. Now that we have the King of Diamonds that fell out, maybe right now you are the Jack of Diamonds. You are the materialistic person. You are financially driven and stuff like that right now at this point. But you're trying to upgrade and excel to be. Okay, he left his phone just for it to pick all up in the mic. Okay, so let me go back. So maybe you are this Jack of Diamonds energy right now, and you're trying to upgrade and level up to this King of Diamonds energy, to where you are just not personally financially stable, but now you're building generational wealth for not just you, but maybe those that are around you as well. And so you are going to have to make some hard choices of cutting away certain people. But again, you're going to have to make the hard choice of cutting out certain individuals, or, keeping certain people that you wouldn't think in a million years to keep close to you. You're going to probably have to pull them closer just because they understand where you're coming from. Whereas the people who are closest to you, friends, family, just don't get it because they're not in the same field as you. They're not on the same, I hate to say it this way, but like they're not in the same, we'll say stratosphere with you. Because they're on rung 3, you're on rung 5, and you're like, I'm trying to get to rung 6, and you all are looking at me crazy. I will say, if you are on some millionaire trying to reach billionaire status, I don't get you either, but because there's no reason, there's no way you can get that much money without stepping on a few toes. The Three of Spades here, that also speaks to bad omen. Again, you kind of have something pile 3 had, where they had the Three of Spades, then another card, and then the Six of Spades, bad omen type stuff. Three of Spades speaks to because these was too many cards. Because Three of Spades could mean that you have an enemy, a close enemy, somebody in your group, your particular circle, that may be jealous of you, who may be trying to stop you, who may be interfering in a lot of things that you're doing. There's going to be some kind of like third-party interference, essentially is what's coming through. You also had the Two of Hearts, the agate. So maybe this is somebody really close to you, like bed pillow close to you. And you have obsidian underneath. Self-reflection, protection, and growth. So my remarks for you, Power 4, is yeah, I think you're gonna come into some financial success. Yes, you're gonna have some financial stability. Then you're gonna come into some kind of windfall, but at what cost? Is it really worth all that you're extracting, that you're coveting, that you're cutting away, that you're ripping apart, that you're leaving behind, that you're shredding, that you're manipulating in order to get there? Is it worth it? Is it truly worth it? Your pile is really saying like, okay, you're already there, and you're just a few choices from constantly being there. And you know, you can always lose it a few years or months down the line if you keep making the same stupid mistake. But it's just like, is it really worth it? Yeah, is it really worth it? That's all I have to ask. That's what I'm getting for you, Power 4. Again, I think you are going to get into some financial success. I think there is going to be certain people that's going to help you get there. I think you're just a few steps away from putting it all on the board. But on your journey, getting to the top of getting where you want to be, I think you need to stop and turn around and ask yourself, reflect, dig deep, and really think about what you're going to be having to sacrifice or leave behind or cut, the kind of like manipulation and mind games and parts of you that you're going to have to end up leaving behind in order to get there, to play at the big boy table. That's all. That's it. Thank you all for coming into this reading. Hopefully you find your answer, and hopefully it turns out right, just not for you, but for everyone else involved or who will be affected by it. Jeff Bezos. Let me stop being snarky. With that being said, thank you again for coming in for this reading. Hopefully it helped answer some questions for you and kind of like clear up some things. And with that, I will see you on the next video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe so you can see more like this, and hit the notification bell so you can see the next time I upload. See you all in the next one. Bye.